Hi, you guys. Jay Leno. How you doing?
Jay Leno, good morning.
Yeah. Calling us.
Yeah.
Hello, young people.
How you doing, Jay?
Yeah, you tell a few jokes. You're trying to make a living. That's the gig.
Yeah. Now, I can't believe it's been 7 months already since you left the Tonight Show.
All right.
How has it been? Do you miss it?
Fine. It's fine, actually. I'm confident we left it in good hands. Jimmy's doing a great job. And, you have to know when to step down. When you're 40 and you're talking to the 25-year-old supermodel, it's sexy. When you're 64 and you're talking to the 25-year-old supermodel, okay, now you're the creepy guy.
Now, I'm sure there's a lot you miss about the show. I'm interested in like the one thing you miss the least about doing the Tonight Show.
Well, I would see every movie and usually try to read every book. And there's a lot of bad movies out there. And you have to do that. Well, you were terrific.
Oh, yeah.
That kind of deal. I mean, there are so many bad. The worst of the romantic comedies. Oh, my God. That was like a nightmare.
So you'd be sitting across from like some young starlet and have to say how hilarious it was. And
well, even a big star, not every movie is good. That's the worst part.
Yeah, well, let me just say, you were terrific on The Tonight Show. Just kidding, Jay.
Hey, thank you very much.
No, I'm only kidding. Actually, I want to know, in all the years you did The Tonight Show, did you have a favorite guest that would come on?
Well, I like politics. I like real, when you interview an actor, you're not really talking to Batman. You're talking to a guy playing Batman.
Yeah.
So politicians, it was fun to see politicians before they were famous. We had Barack Obama on when he was just a senator, and he came not by himself, but one other guy, and they drove up in a car, and, he gets out, and he's got his jacket over his shoulder, and, hey, how you doing? Nice to meet you, blah, blah, blah. And, of course, then he comes back as president. The whole parking lot is tented, so you can't see when things enter.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable when a president comes on. Like FBI, White House, Secret Service comes in. They'll go up to some of the makeup people. Bob, don't come in tomorrow. Susan's if you had a joint in your sock in 1988, okay, you don't come in tomorrow.
Yeah, that's the reason why we don't have celebrities and Secret Service people.
I knew there was some reason you didn't have them.
That's why you're on the phone right now, Jay.
Yeah, I knew there's a reason you never get them. I just trying to figure out what it was.
Now, I'm curious. Robin asked what your favorite guest was. Is there one guest that stands out that was the most difficult for you to interview?
Well, the worst are people that if you don't want to be there, don't be there.
You would get people that didn't want to be on the Tonight Show?
Well, no, but they just have an attitude. It's too cool for the room, or they don't want to do a pre-interview, and then they don't want and then they get annoyed when you ask them about something. I can't remember what was the name of that. There was a Olympic skater who was American. Was it Katrina Witt? Maybe she was in Playboy magazine.
Yeah.
So we thought, all right, this is kind of a thing. America's Sweetheart, Playboy magazine. All right, we'll book it as a second guest. Okay. So they come in, the publicist comes with them, the publicist goes, Mr. Leno, can I speak to you? Yes. We are not discussing Playboy or the photograph. I said, really? Take your client and go home right now, okay?
There's no other reason
why do
to
you
talk
think
to her.
you're here? You think anybody cares what you're doing? This was booked through Playboy. So that's,
Yeah. Well, you're going to be at West Point Eisenhower Hall Theater on the 19th. And I know, your first love has always been stand-up.
I love doing stand-up. It's great fun. Me and Jerry.
Yeah. Even throughout your years on the Tonight Show, you're still going out and hitting the clubs and doing all that, right?
Well, it just gives you, when you're on TV audiences are not necessarily a good judge, And you get those kind of network notes. We're not doing well with immature boys between 11 and 14, so if you could put some Lego jokes. Well, thanks, guys. It doesn't really work that way. There's just a difference between buying a ticket and watching it for free in terms of the material you have to use. Plus, it's fun. Who doesn't like to tell jokes,
Yeah, and you got that forum every night to go out there and talk about what's going on, so you just got to be itching to get out there every day and just let it go.
Well, it's interesting. When you do road stuff, topical is not really what people want. They don't really want the news. Mm-hmm. They're going out because they want to get away from the news.
Yeah.
So, consequently, you can talk about things in general, but, a lot of times a joke that gets a huge laugh on a Monday night on The Tonight Show, by Thursday, everything's changed, and it just doesn't make any sense anymore,
Yeah, absolutely.
And plus, they don't really follow the stories. once you get below Secretary of State, nobody knows who you're talking about.
True.
Yeah,
You go, Eric Holder. Who? Eric Holder? Is that like a sex joke? He's holding it? No, he's a real guy. Yeah, it's different.
Well, look, I'm excited we get to get our Jay Leno fix. Since we don't get to see you on TV every night, we can come on down and see you.
Well, thanks, guys. I appreciate that.
West Point, Eisenhower Hall Theater, September 19th. Jay Leno, thanks so much.
And hope that case of wild turkey I sent over got there okay.
Absolutely.
It's
Thanks,
gone.
guys.